Hamlet has returned home from studying in Wittenberg to attend his father's funeral. Still in deep mourning, Hamlet is appalled by his mother's hasty remarriage to the dead king's brother, who has assumed the throne and persists in courting his son. The circumstances drive Hamlet to voice his first passionate sorrow.
Alright, here Take thy fair hour, lyrics, time be thine. Thy best graces spend it all thy will. But now my cousin Hamlet and my son.
A little more than kin, less than kind.
How is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord. I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighty color off, and then let thine eye look like a friend on Denmark. Be not forever with thy valley lids. Seek for thy noble father in the dust. Though knows 'tis common, all that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity.
Aye, madam, it is common.
If it be, why seems it so particular with thee?
Seems, madam, nay it is, I know it not seems. 'Tis alone my inky cloak, good mother, nor consumatory suits of solemn black, nor windy serpentation of fourth break, no, nor the fruitful river in the eye, nor dejected haver of vice, together with all forms, moods, shapes of grief, that can denotate me truly. These indeed seem, for they have actions that a man might play, but I have that within which passes show. These but trappings and the suits of woe.
'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these morning duties to your father. But you must know your father lost a father. Thy father lost his and the survivor bound. And filial obligation for some term, to do obsequies, sorrow, but to preserve and obstinate endowment is a course. Envious stubbornness, 'tis unmanly grief. It shows a will most incorrect to heaven, an art unfortified, a mind impatient, an understanding simple and unschooled. For what we must be, and is as common as any the most vulgar thing to sense. Why should we in our peevish opposition take it to heart? Fee, 'tis a fault to heaven, a fault against the dead, a fault to nature. For reason most observed, whose common theme is death of fathers who still hath cried. From the first course till he that died today. This must be so. We pray you, throw to earth this unprevailing woe, and think of us as of a father, for let the world take note. You are the most immediate to our throne, and with no less nobility of love than that which dearest father bears his son. Do I impart toward you for your intent? Going back to school in Wittenberg, it is most retrograde to our desire. And we beseech you, bend you to remain here in the cheer and comfort of our eye, our chiefest, courtier cousin, and our son.
Let not thy mother lose her prayers. Hamlet, I pray thee, stay with us. Go not to Wittenberg.
I shall in my best obey you, madam.
Why? 'Tis a leveling and a fair reply. Be as ourselves in Denmark, madam, come. This gentle and unforced accord of the Hamlet sits smiling to my heart in the grace whereof no joust held that Denmark drinks today. But the great cannon to the clouds shall tell, the king rouse, the heavens shall rue it again. Re-speaking earthly thunder, come away.
Oh, that is too solid flesh would melt. That'll resolve it into a doom, or that would be everlasting had not fixed his cannot against self-slaughter. Oh God, God, oh how weary, slate, flat, and improbable seem to me uses of this world. Fie, oh fie, his unweeded garden, that grows to seed things rank and gross in nature, process it immorally, that should come to this, but 2 months dead, nay, so much not to. So excellent a king, that was this, Hyperion, to a satyr, so loving my mother, that he might not be teem the winds of heaven. Visit her too roughly, heaven and earth, must I remember? Why should we hang on him, as if increase of appetite had grown, by what I fed on, and yet, within a month, let me think on it, freely, thy name is a woman, a little month, or else those shoes were old, with which she followed my poor father's body, like Nobel, all tears. Why, she, even she, oh God, a beast that wants to discourage of reason, would have mourns longer married with my uncle, my father's brother, but like no to my father, that I am Hercules within a month. Ere yet the salt of most unrighteous tears had left to flourish in her gallant eyes, she married, oh the wicked speed to post with such a dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is nor to be cannot come to good, but break my heart, for I must hold my tongue.
Act 3, Scene 3, a room in the castle.
I like it wrong, no steps except with us. To rest is madness, blade. Therefore, prepare you, I your commission, will forthwith dispatch, and he to England shall arrive with you. The terms of our estate may not harden, so near us does our grow out from his
We will ourselves provide most holy and religious fear it is, to keep those many bodies safe that live and feed upon your majesty.
A single and peculiar life is bound, with all the strength and armor of the mind to keep itself from annoyance, but much more that spirit upon whose will depend and rest the life of men. The seat of majesty guides not alone, but like a growth without draw. What's near it with it? It is a massy wheel fixed on the summit of the highest mountain, to whose huge spokes 10,000 lesser things or mortars are joined, which when it falls, each small and next minute petty consequence attends the boisterous ruin. Never alone did the king sigh, but with a general groan.
Come you, I pray you, this speedy violence, for we will Titus put upon this spear, which now was to free.
We will haste the eyes there.
My lord, he's going to his mother's closet. Behind the arras, I'll convey myself to hear the process. I'll warn she'll tax him home. And as you said, and wisely was it said, 'tis meet that some more audience than a mother, since nature makes them partial, should order the speech of it advantage. Fare you well, my liege. I call upon you ere you go to bed, and tell you what I know.
Thanks, dear my lord. A brother's man, breaking iron, though inclination, but as sharp as will. My stronger guilt defeats my strong intent, and like a man, to double business bound, I stand pause where I shall first begin, and both regret what if this past end. What thicker than itself with brother's blood, there is not laid enough in bed, sweet heavens, to wash it twice as snow, whereto serves mercy, but to confront the visage of offense, and put in prayer, but this twofold cause to be forestalled ere we come to fall, or pardons be down. Then I look up, my thought is past, but oh, what thought of prayer can serve my tongue? Forgive me my foreknowledge. That cannot be, since I'm still possessed of those effects for which I did demand my crown, mine own ambition, and my queen, my one be pardoned, and retain the offense. In the corrupted current of this world, offense guilt, and be shown by justice, and oft sin the wicked prizes itself, buys out the law, but it's not so above. There's no sharpening, the action lies in his true nature, and we ourselves compelled, even to the teeth and forehead of our cause, to give in evidence what then, what less, by what repentance can. What can it not? Yet what can it when one cannot repent? Oh, wretched still, the bosom, black as death, oh, climbed soul, that struggling to be free, adds more engaged help angels, make easy bow stubborn knees, and hearts with strength of steel, be soft as milk of the new-born baby. All may be well.
Now he is praying, and now I'll do it. And so he goes to heaven, and so am I revenged. That would be scanned. A villain kills my father, and for that his sole son, do the same villain send to heaven. Oh, this hire and salary, not revenge. He took my father grossly, full of bread, with all his crimes road blown, as flush as May, and how his audit stands, who knows save heaven, but in our circumstance and course of thought. 'Tis heavy with him, and am I then revenged, to take him in purging of his soul, when he is fit and seasoned for his passage. No, up, sword, and know thou a more horrid hence, when he is drunk asleep, or in his rage, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed, at gaming, swearing, or about some act that has no relish or salvation in it. Then trip him, and that his heels may kick at heaven, and that his soul may be as damned and black as hell. Whereto it goes, my mother says, this physic but prolongs thy sickly days.
My words fly up, my thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts, never to heaven.